Alright, 69-second summary for the new EX from Phantasmal Flame. So horrible that I went and played multiple single prizers before forcing myself to play the sports use of a usable Pokemon card. The whole strategy here is kind of confusing because Mismagius' whole thing is causing confusion. When Mismagius is in the active spot, if your opponent ever moves their active to the bench, the new active is confused. In case you've forgotten, PDCGL hates the confusion status, and the visual effect might remain even if the Pokemon isn't actually confused. Also, you flip for confusion. If heads, the attack goes through. If tails, the attack fails and you punch yourself in the face for 30. So yes, it's the return of the dreaded coin flip counter. Except this time we want to see tails, not knuckles. But if confusion fails, then you have to rely on Mismagius' attack, which isn't great. For 2 psychic, it does just 150 damage and draws you up to 6. Wondrous Patch can help the energy requirement, and you can try to annoy them with lots of judges, like what happens to me when I don't pay alimony because everyone uses an ad blocker. Aside from that, just play as many annoying cards as possible like Gravity Gemstones, Erosic, Handheld Fan, Elgyem, Dizzying Valley, Brambleghast, and more to force them to switch as much as possible. Yet still lose because PDCGL hates you. My opponent is playing the freaking Cinderace Mega deck. They didn't mulligan once! That is insane. Okay, so I think we just automatically lose this game. Oh god, Mismagius is the worst. Alright, so this is the Mega deck, but with a Cinderace, and we big lose this one. They didn't mulligan once. That is crazy. Alright, so, okay, there's a Budew. Actually, that might be a good thing to put down here. It might be a good idea to just go into the Budew and hope they don't have what they need. Alright, so Arven. Let's go. I mean, I guess I do need to two-shot them, but this is a rough one here. Yeah, we can play with our balls, so that seems okay. I don't mind playing with my balls. Well, that just goes to show you how bad this is. Wait, do we already have... Yeah, we have a second Misdreavus, so let's just go double Bramblin. Alright, and then Itchy Pollen. And then we're going to be fine. Because next turn we can knock out the Cinderace, but I don't even think we want to do that. I think we want them to knock out the Budew. And then I Brambleghast it. Hey, it has a little bit of goodness. A little tiny bit of there's a little tiny bit of goodness hiding in the caramel center here. Alright, so Defiance Band goes on Mismagius. I have to... What? What do I do? Not lose? Okay, there's a Brambleghast. Terrible timing, by the way. Horrible timing, some might say. Some might say that's horrible timing. Alright, let's go Fezandipiti. Yup. Not get anything. I need a counter catcher and an energy. Or nothing. Nothing also works. Nothing is also a completely viable strategy, apparently. Okay, we got to attract some customers now. There's the judge. Okay, so we're going to give them one less card. We'll put the Dizzying Valley down, even though I probably want to save that to bump a Lively Stadium. But maybe they had to cut the Lively Stadium to make room for, you know, the crap. The absolute crap. All right, here we go. Here we go, everybody. We're going to win this one. Why not Frillish? Because you want to save your manual attachment for Mismagius. And you're expecting, you know, 1 or 2 things to go right here. But nothing has gone right so far. God, just... the fact that they didn't mulligan, that's what's grinding my gears right now. Okay, so this is good. As long as they don't have a Gust card, that's fine. They get rid of the energy, doesn't matter. So we are totally fine now. Oh, they got rid of my balls. Okay. As long as I can get a Brambleghast this turn, we are totally fine. Okay, that's not a Brambleghast. I'd really like a Brambleghast here, buddy. Okay, that's cool. Really like a Brambleghast somehow. Nope. Would have really, you know what really would have been cool here? A Brambleghast. That would have been real swell. Oh, it also would have been cool if PDCGL didn't freeze. All right, well, we just got our balls just kind of stuck there. Our balls are stuck on the table. Happens sometimes in winter. And Shadow Smoke, you can try contacting them. Oh, Xerosic, I'm supposed to do that to you, bro. All right, let's get rid of Strange Timepiece because we're just gonna lose. We're weak to dark. Okay, so they'll probably get rid of the Lilies. I mean, it doesn't really matter what they get rid of. Oh, they get rid of the Secret Box. Okay, so I can take the knockout with the Ursaluna, which is kind of sad because it just kind of means that Ursaluna is a better card than Mismagius. Ursaluna is just, you know, better than Mismagius. No big deal. Okay, and then we judge them down to 4. Hopefully that's enough to win us the game. I don't know why I attached to the active. Don't ask me impossible questions. I'm not a burger. Don't ask me impossible questions. Okay, so there's Latias. That's good. We want to waste the Poffin. But I'm just super tilted right now. But we are taking 3 prizes. And maybe they can't knock out my active. Yeah, if you lose access to your account, you can always try contacting the Pokemon Company. I think I might have a command for that. Support. Ah, I do have a command for that. See? I'm a pro streamer. All right, I do need to get one of my Wondrous Patches, which I can get with Arven, and there's the stupid Lively Stadium. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, now they have to flip two heads. Okay, great. And my Mismagius will survive, which is really nice. Okay, so we just need to get a Brambleghast, and we can easily win this game. It is that simple. We just need Wondrous Patch and Brambleghast, and the game is over. And I don't think I'll count the Kangaskhan coin flips just because, you know, it's wildly inaccurate, right? Because you flip 1 tails, that kind of skews the results. All right, you can flip 1. I will allow you to flip 1 head. That's it. You are not allowed to flip 2 heads. Okay, oh, that's really bad. That is actually not good at all because the Mismagius is gonna screw me over here. Okay, good. So the Monkey Dory is a problem, obviously. We have 2 energy in there, so let's go attach to you. Play with our balls, get rid of the Bramblin and the Lilies. Let's see what's in the deck real quick. We don't get, oh, we only have 1 Brambleghast. We have 2 bosses and not really anything else. Great. Awesome. Okay, so I go attach, or I evolve into you. PDCGL breaks. That's what we expect here. And then I think I should Iono. Like, I can guarantee the attack this turn. Actually, yeah, I guess I do guarantee the attack and then just hope for tails. Oh, never mind. Yep, there we go. I think I just guarantee the attack and then hope they flip tails. Because obviously the Monkey Dory gives them game if they flip heads. So we just go retreat, sex magic, do the thing, and then maybe we can win the following turn. I don't think we can because they're going to heal. Oh no, because if I bump the Dizzying Valley, there we go. Okay, so if they flip tails, we win the game. And it'll be only because of the 1 flip. Obviously, if they have bosses, we probably lose. But if they just flip tails, that's it. Just 1 tails. PDCGL, I have never asked for anything before in my life of you. This is your 1 chance to do something great. For the world is watching PDCGL. Excite them. Pretend you're a bike and excite them. Oh, they don't know. They don't know. It affects everybody. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they have Petrant because it affects everybody. So it's anytime they switch. The only thing that breaks it is Turo. So the only thing that stops it is Professor Turo's scenario. But of course, as you'll notice, I didn't get any of my 2 bosses that would have also won me the game. Oh yeah, Penny and Turo. Yeah, that's what I meant. The Turo and Penny effects. Are they going for it? Oh, they're going for it. Yes, yes, John. You're my favorite. You're my favorite, John. Okay, that's less cool. Come on, John. Live on in infamy. Pretend like you're Cole McGrath and live in it. Yes! Thank you! You did it! You will be featured in a YouTube video. John, you are going to be immortalized. You are enshrined. I'm going to cover you in my sex magic. Congratulations. You have done the impossible. You have lost to a Mismagius deck. You should feel very bad about yourself. But also thank you. If your name is John Shield, comment below. I lost to Mismagius and I hate myself, and I helped Trust Your Pilot get a YouTube video, and he doesn't have to stream for 12 hours. So thank you, John. You have saved me. I am free. I do not have to do a 12-hour stream. Oh my god, all the megas are bleeding into other... The PTCGL is a well-made game. I feel like this is a winnable matchup. They prepped a Curlia. Did we prize 2 Seriously, we prized 2 Bramblin? Are you for serious, PTCGL? We prized 2 Bramblin in this situation. All right, so I just need... I mean, I can Arven, or I can just... Arven guarantees it, but Lillie's is better. There's no way we don't get an energy off of this Lillie's. See, I told you. I told you. There's no way we don't get an energy off Lillie's. I'm the lead PTCGL dev. I told you. And yeah, we just attached to the Misdreavus. They're not going to suck my butt, so that's good. And then we just go Itchy Pollen. And this way, if they attach a Darkness Energy to the active Monkey Dory, we're actually in there. So I'm thinking we can win this game. We know they have a Curlia, but I am somewhat confident that I cannot screw this up. I mean, I'm going to screw this up somehow because they Lillies for 8 and then get everything they need. But I'm confident we have some sort of chance. And if you're wondering, why was I so upset that we prized 2 Bramblin? Because you absolutely freaking need Brambleghast in this deck. I spent about 2 hours testing multiple different variations of Mismagius. No, please, do not leave me. Do not leave me. You're not allowed to leave, okay? Do not leave. You're stuck here with me. I guess I can probably get rid of the Brambleghast, but whatever. Okay, we go Mismagius. I'm knocking out their Monkey Dory. I'm going to Iono them. It's not my fault Lillie sucks. But if you don't confuse them, they have no reason to, you know, switch or anything. So let's put this Mismagius down. So, like, I tried an energy denial strategy. I tried, like, a Spidops, oh, you can't retreat strategy. I tried so many different things. But, you know, part of it was the fact that I faced Charizard all day and Mismagius is weak to dark. That was terrible. There's a Bramblin, baby. But you have to confuse their active, and that'll at least force them to attack with their active, because if they retreat, it doesn't matter. If they switch, it doesn't matter. They're still confused. And then the other strategy is that you don't want to have other multi-prizers on the field, because they'll just, if they know what they're doing, if they can read, they'll just boss up your Fezandipiti, then retreat. So there's so many weaknesses. Why couldn't they have made this card good? That's essentially what I'm asking. Why couldn't the Pokemon Company go out of their way to make Mismagius good? There was, what, 4 EXs in Phantasmal Flames? Regular EXs? It's Mismagius, Empoleon, Rotom, and Oricorio. Mismagius is... Okay, well, maybe... I mean, Empoleon really sucks, but Mismagius is the worst. Overall, you take everything into account, Mismagius is the worst EX. It's one of the worst EXs ever printed. Unless you can get the Brambleghast, right? Because they can play around a lot of things. Trapping them doesn't really work. You know, like one copy of Mimikyu, so they have to attack through a Mimikyu. I went for like a Zerosic strategy, an Airy strategy, you know, limiting their hand, item lock, all these things. Just Brambleghast, Mismagius, and hope. Any Tulip in the deck? No, you don't actually need Tulip in this deck. Simply because what would Tulip accomplish, right? You have Wondrous Patch for energy acceleration. You have, you know, like a Night Stretcher to get back to Mismagius. You have your Strange Timepiece to do the thing. They absolutely... Okay, I was like, you absolutely cannot do that. And yeah, I'm not going to boss up the Curlia because, again, they would just concede. So we don't want to boss up the Curlia. We just want to prep for the rest of the game, set ourselves up, because this wants to be in the YouTube video. I can sense it. This deck wants to be in the YouTube video. All right, then we'll just judge them. We'll make them hate life, hopefully. Well, it's not completely useless. I'm going to be able to get a YouTube video out of it. That's pretty cool, right? It's not useless if I can get a YouTube video out of it. That's all that matters in life. All right, that's fine. Dizzying Valley, I get it, right? You confuse them with Brambleghast, and then they can't get out of it, but it's like the card just seems way too weak. Like, this is your stadium in the deck, is you just, confusion doesn't disappear when you evolve or devolve. That just seems so weak. All right, please don't concede. I will gust up your Monkey Dory and knock out your monkey. I will spank your monkey. Okay, I do not care about your Fez. I actually want to keep your Fez alive if I... Oh, I think I took out the Azelf, because this is the Japanese list. This is the one Japanese list that actually did anything. And I don't believe they played Azelf, which is bigly unfortunate. But if I can just, you know, let that Fezandipiti sort of stay damaged... Or do I just take the knockout? No, I feel like Monkey Dory is the bigger threat in this matchup. Is if I can just force them to keep recycling their Monkey Dory, recycling their Darkness Energy, that probably behooves me more than anything else. Because I can't one-shot that Gardevoir. You know, there's no de-evolution. There's, you know, I can't even two-shot the stupid thing unless I use Defiance Band. So if I can prevent them from healing, that seems like the best course of action. Did they just grab a de-evolution and a Mystery Garden? Mystery Garden actually helps me out a little bit. Though this deck, once you get one Mismagius EX set up, the deck kind of just runs itself because Sex Magic is just dropped to 6. So it's the same attack as Cynthia's Garchomp EX. Is the deck bad or garbage? What's the combination of bad and garbage? Garbage? That's what it is. And I would assume they're just going to Oceanic Gloom. Oh no. Okay, so they have to flip through Confusion. Feels like forever since I've had anyone flip through Confusion. Here we go. Flip tails, baby. Yay! We got it. Oh, this Gardevoir player has to concede now. Those are the rules. Hey, yep, that's what I thought, bro. All right, and then we go, boss is this guy. Do I want to... I don't think I want to get anyone with Artisan, right? Yeah, we can worry about that later. And then we go Dizzying Valley, Sweet Valley High. All right, and then... Yeah, let's just Hexa Magic. And if you're wondering why I keep calling it Sex Magic, because in Japan, it was called Hex Magic. They added the A because I guess they didn't want people, you know, calling it Sex Magic or something. But so there's like Hexa Magic. Yeah, because, you know, hexagons, Hexa Magic. All right, so the Frillish is not confused. This is the issue. Oh, this is the issue, is that once they promote somebody and they don't have to retreat, life gets a little bit difficult. You know, it's sort of like when you paralyze somebody. The issue with paralysis decks isn't that they're annoying. You can get any paralysis deck that isn't based on a coin flip has a place in the world. The problem is, what do you do once you take a knockout? And, oh, Walking Plane, you got VIP? Hey, there's only a certain number of spots there. So if you want to get VIP, you're not affected by slowdown, and also you're cool. Okay, so they are probably going to power press. If they power press, how much damage is going to be on the jellyfish? If they try to do 160, I mean, they kind of have to, right? Unless they're really confident they're going to get a Monkey Dory back, they basically have to power press twice for 160, or they can go power press for 80 and then use Gardevoir EX, or just, you know, attack with anybody. But they have to attack with Jellicent unless they want to flip through Confusion right now, which I don't think they want to do. And there's the Monkey Dory. They did get rid of a Tauros Scenario, which is interesting. Maybe they don't know the interaction between Tauros Scenario, and they were just like, well, I'm not going to need Tauros Scenario. But no, that's actually really good. Okay, what are you doing over there? I think all I really need to do is just use a Brambleghast here. And then we're fine. Because 1 Monkey Dory isn't scary. 2 Monkey Dory is scary. If they go for the Budew KO, that's fine. They are not going for the Budew KO. This is just so tough, you know, because you have to play things like Lillies to be able to play the game and get off to a good start. But if they have a large hand size, then you're just kind of stuck. It's like, well, I want to be able to Zerosic them or Lucian them or what the hell? Okay. We know they have a de-evolution. I think they're prepping for a de-evolution, but luckily Misdreavus has 70 hit points. Okay, so I can't play items. Then I guess it's just Lillies and hope for an energy, and if not, I just retreat. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I think I just keep attacking with the active. Simply because, you know, I don't want to waste an energy. I want to not have them knock this out. Because if they are going for a de-evolution play, it's going to take them 1 more turn. Right, if they're trying to devolve my guys, and they're going to lose the Jellicent in the process, which is another really good thing. So if they try to protect the Jellicent by retreating it, they're big screwed, because the new active will be confused. But they could just realistically do nothing. You know, their strategy could just be doing nothing, and they might just win. Because Monkey Dory is a huge problem for this deck, and if I can't use my items to get a bosses... And this deck either plays 2 countercatcher 1 bosses or 2 bosses 1 countercatcher. Okay, they're going for the Screamtail play. Maybe they don't realize the Screamtail is going to be confused. They gotta flip through it. They gotta flip through it. This is Love Agent 69. You gotta flip through it. Hopefully you realize this is about to go really bad for you. And then I just get a free prize and then we still lose. But I think in this situation... Depending on what happens, obviously, but I should probably bring up the Monkey Dory and knock that out. But if I bring up the Monkey Dory and knock it out, they're gonna have a Screamtail that is fully loaded like Herbie. And I have to deal with that, which is a huge problem. So it's like, yeah, there's things I want to do. Oh, please flip tails. Please flip tails. I think then in that case, I would probably... Yes! Get wrecked, Gardevoir player. Get absolutely bodied. Okay, so then I think we take the knockout with Budew, right? I go... Retreat. Budew. Put the Dizzying Valley down. That guy. And then Judge, because we know they have a de-evolution, and that's going to be a big problem. We do have access to our thingy things right now. We can go get a Misdreavus. All right, Misdreavus goes there. This is concerning, for sure. This is definitely a concerning situation that we're in. You know, they're going to be able to play Fezandipiti. They're going to be able to do some things. There's Clefairy. Super useful. TQ, that's a Clamburglar level joke right there. All right, so they can't get anyone back. They essentially have to knock out my Budew this turn unless they have a bosses. And even if they have a bosses, who exactly would they go for? Right, we have to assume, yeah, they're going to get the de-evolution. And they can knock out, yeah, they can knock out double Mismagius EX. And really screw me over. But then I will be able to get another Mismagius. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, they Adrenabrain this guy. I Brambleghast them. Oh, man. Okay, so they got the Jellicent in the active. So in this situation, do I just go up with my Misdreavus and evolve and then Brambleghast? Because they're very close to whipping their deck out, and I think we just have to do that. We have to get them to whip their deck out. If they can whip their deck out, we might be in good shape. Oh, that's less good. That is not what we wanted here. All right, so retreat into you, Brambleghast. They probably have a bosses. But even if they have a bosses, that's not the worst thing in the world. And Vertrums, well, it's sad because we're probably not going to do that. I mean, if they flip through the confusion, that's okay. We obviously want them to flip tails. There's a butt scratcher, probably for a scream tail. They're going to try to do the same thing. Okay, here comes the scream tail again. But they have to double attach to the Jellicent. If I can just top deck an energy, we can knock out the monkey and then just maybe win the game. Because they're down 3 Iono. Oh, they got another damn monkey. Oh my god, the stupid monkey. This Monkey Dory is the worst card ever printed. You know, we used to think Budew was the most oppressive card ever, and then they gave us Monkey Dory. Or was Monkey Dory... Wait, did Monkey Dory predate Budew? No, Monkey Dory came after. That's right, Monkey Dory came after. All right, well, the good news is that they're probably going to try to confuse me here. You know, whatever they try to do, it kind of seems like they're going to have to flip through confusion. Oh, right. I looked at the H's. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Wait, they only have 2 cards left. Oh, if I had Lucian, we could win just based off of Lucian. We could win just with a Lucian. That would be so amazing if we just won with a Lucian. All right, are we gonna win? Yeah, so Budew came out at the end of the H block. Monkey Dory was Twilight Masquerade. You are correct. But we didn't realize that Monkey Dory was good until it was too late. Until it was too late to do something about it. You know, we were so worried about Budew that Monkey Dory snuck up and put its fingers in our... never mind. I mean, we are dangerously close to winning. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if I had Lucian and then we Lucian for game? Of course, the people in Japan don't know fun. They try to be consistent and actually try to win with this deck. Okay, there's a knockout. That's good. We do have access to our Fez. We're knocking out the Jelly Bean. The only issue is that I don't really have a response. Okay, there's Psychic Embrace. They're going to attack. Or they can take the knockout this turn with the Jellicent. Which means I'm going to have to get real lucky here and get my Ursaluna. Oh, wait, what? Wait, don't they? Oh, they didn't. They don't realize. Yeah, Miracle Force cures confusion, but you have to flip through the confusion to get it. This truly is one of the games of all time. This is definitely a Gardevoir game where they've played for 10 more minutes and they flip heads, of course. But we do have access to our items. So they take the knockout. I literally 10 short. I am 10 damage short of a KO on Gardevoir with Ursaluna. And that is kind of pathetic. All right, let's put you into play. I'm going to go... yeah, let's Earthen... Goodness gracious. Okay, so we'll get this guy. Thin that out. We have the Ursaluna. We have the Latias. Okay. So let's go Ursaluna. Yeah, we get rid of the Clefairy and the Lilies. What else we got? We got Latias. I think we're out of it. Because is there no counter catch? Did we prize the counter catcher? Did we seriously prize the counter catcher right now? All right, well, let's retreat into this guy and then go Brambleghast so they can't clap my cheeks. Okay, and then Lilies. So as long as they don't have a Gust card, we'll be fine. As long as there's no Gust card, we totally got it. So we totally got it, everybody. I'm guaranteeing a victory. We totally got it right now. God, why couldn't we just have a playable card? All right, so that goes there. That goes there. Bloodmoon for 240. So they lose if they don't have a Gust card, but I'm pretty sure we've not seen any Gust cards this game. Yeah. As long as they have a bosses. If they don't have a bosses, though, we do have a chancey. They did get rid of their Turo. You know, this is typical Gardevoir player taking 16 minutes to do basic things. Just because PDC, GL, and all that. God, I can't wait till Gardevoir's gone just so we don't have to spend 20 minutes in one game. Actually, 25 minutes at this point. Hey, they conceded. Oh, they knew it, so they didn't have it. I am the #1 Mismagius player in the whole freaking world. Look at all those ball oons. I love having ball oons in my mouth. There we go. See, isn't it great when you can spank a Gardevoir player? Love Agent 69. They didn't have any bosses. Gardevoir's only playing counter catcher. You just got absolutely piloted straight into the ground. Charizard is an absolutely horrible matchup for this deck, unless unless they play the stupid thing. All right, so let's just go for double Misdreavus. We're just going to fill up our board here. We go Air Balloon, attach to you, Lilies. So if they're playing the Megazard build, which is possible, it's unlikely, but it's possible. Oh, wow. Thank you for giving me 0 playable cards. Thank you for giving me literally 0 playable cards off of that Lilies. And depending on what they do, I don't think they can do anything meaningful this turn unless they just really want to knock out the Budew. If they're like, I really hate your Budew, it's either they're going to do TM Evolution with the Kangaskhan, or their other option is, of course, to suck a huge butt. And Crimson Valerie, you want to make Umbreon work? Well, it has another, another year in format? You got lots of time. Oh, this is great. Okay. So I'm going to Lilies. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. We have to be annoying here. I'm going to judge. We're going to save the Xerosic for later. We're going to judge now and hope for a Mismagius. We got it. Okay, then we play with our balls. You always play with your balls when they're available. Hopefully I have recovery cards in this deck. I don't recall there being any. Oh, no. I think there might be a Night Stretcher in the deck. I hope there is. If there's no Night Stretcher, we might be in trouble. Though, I mean, we're playing a Mismagius deck against a Charizard deck. We're always in trouble. So it's just an attach to the Kangaskhan. You'd think they would have been able to get something off of that Judge +2. Yeah, okay, yeah, I was like, of course you're going to get it. Now, they do have to flip 2 heads. They can get the Zard this turn, but yeah, I was going to assume they were going to get the Pidgeot. So they can still get the Zard this turn. Maybe they can't read Mismagius, because I can't even read the freaking Mismagius. Look at, like, what the hell? The new hollow pattern on the sparkly hollow pattern, yeah, it looks cool, but in practice, it's not readable. All right, so if they knock out my Mismagius, you can suck my butt. Okay, you're going to flip tails, bro. You're going to flip tails? No, not. Oh, God. Ah, you didn't even need to do it. You just wasted a maximum belt. All right, so again, we're not counting Kangaskhan. All right, so this guy goes up front. Oh, man. I can't take a chance with Lucian. Oh, that's useless. I can't take a chance with Lucian. Let's go Defiance Band. We're going to play with our balls. Get rid of that. I need Mismagius. Okay, we got the Wondrous Patch. Awesome. Now, again, here's where the deck kind of sucks. I mean, kind of really sucks. Is what do I do? You know, what would I do for a Klondike bar? Let's get rid of that, and yeah, my balls. Actually, yeah, we'll get rid of my balls. I don't need them. So we want Wondrous Patch and Supporter, I guess, Lilies, because Xerosic's not going to be as important anymore. We go Wondrous Patch to you, Dizzying Valley. Like, I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to hold them when they don't really have to do anything. Oh my god, Clan Burglar, if I could ban you for that one, I would. Right? Because you don't want to be taking that knockout. No, I think I have a plan. It's a terrible plan that won't work, but I have a plan. What I have to do is knock out the Pidgeot. So I have to hit into double Charizard, hit double Charizard, and then power up an Azelf. Azelf KO the Pidgeot, and then hope they don't have a bosses. Easy peasy. Oh, they can't read. This is great. It's always good when your opponent can't read. Okay, so unless they, retreat first, then that's bad. If they can read. All right, here's where it happens. Can they read? They cannot read. This is great. This behooves us greatly. So they're going to have to retreat into the Zard, even if they go for like a bosses or something. Or, we are winning, which is very weird. But if they go for a bosses, we're okay. Yeah, they didn't realize. They didn't realize we need to flip tails here, buddy. BDCGL, this is your chance. I can two-shot this Zard, but we need them to flip tails twice. Alternatively, I could waste a bosses here. I mean, my Gust cards are going to be very, very important. I could waste a bosses. Yeah, so they're powering up the Pidgeot. I could waste a bosses to go after the Pidgeot. But I think my strategy of just them continuously flipping tails is the only course of action that I can do here is they just have to keep flipping tails. That's it. They got to keep flipping tails, and I got to keep dancing like I'm at Chippendales. Okay, so let's play with our balls. Let's get rid of Latias and Tatsugiri. Actually, I might need... Yeah, let's get rid of those guys. And we go for the Azelf. So Azelf is very important in this equation here. We do not win this game without Azelf. I'm pretty sure we have more energy, so I'm going to go get it. But we literally do not win this game without Azelf unless things go horribly right. Okay, so... No, I can't do any sort of gusting. Like, I could knock out the Charmander, and that'd be pretty cool, but if I knock out the Charmander, then they take a knockout with the Zard, and I don't have any recovery, so getting rid of the Ursaluna was really bad, because I could have just, Ursaluna'd for game on the Latias. Oh, this is tough. So what'll happen here? If they flip heads, we pretty much lose. But if they flip heads, we still pretty much lose as well. Or sorry, if they flip tails, we lose. If they, yeah, we're gonna lose. And there's rare candy and Zard. Okay, so if they go into a fresh one, we're still in the same position. So they might just go like 2 energy on the active, retreat the active, go into a benched one. Oh, they have no energy left. Okay, that changes things quite a bit. Oh, they flipped heads. Okay, so I have to go for the knockout with the Azelf, and then we have to hope they don't have bosses. So we don't put any multi-prizers on the field. That is very, very important. And then I have to hope that then of course we have to freaking count. Oh god. Okay. I should have put the Defiance Band on this Azelf. All right, so let's go. Energy there. Energy there. We don't need the bosses. We have the Lilies. So there's no one I want to hit into, right? The only way we win this game is if I have a Night Stretcher and we can get it back. So let's go Lilies for 6. Okay. Those are all cards that exist. Let's go retreat into the Azelf, my spicy Azelf. I just think this card deserves to be in the deck, right? Because if you're doing 150 with Mismagius, you want to do it to like 2 different targets. I don't know if we have a recovery card in this deck. Maybe we do, and it's the last prize card, but I don't think we do. And there's their Zard. So all they have to do is play with their Rod, take a knockout, and then win. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, they're going to go get an energy. What do I do? So they knock out my Azel. Like, if they have a Gust card, they win anyway. Because I have nothing that I can do after that. Like, I can confuse them, but then they just retreat, but they might have to retreat off their energy. So yeah, don't go get a bosses. Don't go get a bosses and win the game. I think they see it. I think they see their win condition is just going to get a They don't see it. Okay, so here's what we do. We force them to lose the game. That is the strat. Okay, if they flip 1 tails, we win. Okay, so the Fez can go into play. That's fine. Okay, and then we want to play with our balls. We get rid of you and you. Yeah, we don't need the counter catcher. That's never going to work. Okay, and then we go Brambleghast. I'm going to be able to drop to 6, so I can't play too many cards right now. It's very important that I don't play too many cards. And we go... I think I'm going to use the Strange Timepiece to put the Brambleghast back into my hand. I Iono them to 1, and then we just hope. Yeah, if they flip tails, we win. And there's another Brambleghast. All right, everybody, here we go. It all comes down to this. Will they flip tails? I mean, they might have a way around this. Oh, there's a perfect timing, Zerosic. Thank you. We'll shuffle the deck. We don't want that. We don't need those. All right, Hexa Magic. Let's do this. They flip tails. We win the game. It's all come down to this moment where Mismagius is actually winning more games than I ever thought possible. If they have a bosses, we have an energy. Okay, that's fine. So they're dedicated to flipping through it. Unless they have... No, they would have needed to use a Gust card there. So they would have had to go for bosses and then retreat. So their win condition was just go Pidgeot for bosses, and then if they had an energy, but obviously they didn't have an energy. So, because if they had an energy, then it's just attach to Pidgeot, knock out anybody, win the game after a bosses. PDCGL, this is it. Will you send millions home happy? Oh my goodness. How are we winning with this deck? This defies all logic. This defies all logic known to man. Mismagius is a tier 1 deck. Mismagius beats Charizard. Yeah, there's no recovery. There needs to be a Super Rod in this deck. You could cut whatever. Put a Super Rod in the deck. It needs recovery. But I'm trying to find ways to win with this deck, and apparently I'm the #1, and that Mismagius is a mega again because PDCGL is such a well-made game.